Good.
Okay. Well, there we are on recording. It is happening.
Perfect.
It is perfect. So I just want to welcome everybody who's hopping on here, however you're watching this. So if you have no idea who we are, I'm Christine Ciona, and I am with an amazing creator. Her name is Amy McLeod, and we're going to get to know you and hear all about you and celebrate your magnificence and talk about a bunch of stuff. But I wanted to chat with Amy because we're both kind of creators and connectors and movers and makers of magnitude. And I'm just really excited to celebrate all those things that you're choosing, Amy, and to invite people into the possibility of what they can be choosing for themselves. So you do many, many things, and you've been making some pretty big, bold, creative, different, out-of-the-box choices.
Yep.
And everything that you do is really an invitation for people to choose to be themselves. And you're doing that. You're choosing that. You're doing that. You're living it yourself. And I just thought it'd be really fun to celebrate you, and then we have this way to share this with other people. So maybe you're getting this through, connections with Amy. Maybe you're finding this online. Maybe you're finding this through our podcast and all kinds of ways that we create. So however you show up, I want to welcome you guys and invite you into this play space of possibilities and see what else we can create together. So hi, Amy.
Hello. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So tell everybody a little bit where you are right now with this beautiful green tapestry behind you.
Yeah, so I'm in Saskatoon at my space called The Veranda that I just created back in earlier this year. So I thought it'd be fun to actually be in the space while creating and chatting about the space and other creations that are being birthed from within the space too.
Yeah. It's very exciting. So what were you doing before there was The Veranda?
So before The Veranda, I was a heavy equipment operator with a multitude of different things before that, and then I was pregnant with my little guy. So up until I had my little guy in December of last year, I was a heavy equipment operator working both in Saskatoon and then traveling all around Saskatchewan as well on the road.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And this place, I mean, if I think about just the energetics involved in being a heavy equipment operator, that's a lot of energy and a different landscape completely. And now you are in this place called The Veranda, of which you've created and been part of and have been listening to how it wants to create with you. A very different energy there. So what led you? What was happening in your life? What was leading you? What was pulling you? What was calling you? What was knocking at your door inside you to say something else is possible? Choose this. What else is what was that?
I don't know. I think it was always there, but the last 2 years of being a heavy equipment operator was really strong. And I actually started creating and came across Access Consciousness. And that's really when things shifted for me. And so while I was still a heavy equipment operator on my days off and in the evenings, I was doing private sessions and also teaching. And so I was looking for a space to nurture myself, but also nurture others, and to be able to build connection and community, because working in an environment, I was the only female, aside from the receptionist, which was my boss's wife. I really didn't have any female connections, and I just felt like blah. It did not light me up. So I just really, I was looking for space just to create connections and a space for people to shine that also pushed me to shine as well, and to step into what I knew was possible or was, just under the surface with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that happens so much, Amy, that we do get these little whispers of awareness and these whispers of possibility.
Yeah.
And everyone out there gets them. However, 99% of the people I my hunch is would probably dismiss them or
Mm-hmm.
not choose them or make up a bunch of reasons, justifications or provings of why now isn't the right time.
Totally.
Like.
And I did that for 2 years. This space was here. I had visioned it. I knew what it looked like. And I had every reason why it wasn't possible for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how much we actually we are our own obstacle.
Yeah.
You have this obstacle course and you think that someone else has actually created it for you and it's someone else that's making it hard to get through this maze.
Yeah.
And what actually happens when we realize, oh my God, I created this tangle. I created all of these obstacles that's making me believe that this is impossible or it's not the right time or no one's going to get it or all of this. And this reality, like this world is all about that of, things are supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
And, creating a business is supposed to be hard. Making money is supposed to be hard. Having a good relationship is supposed to be hard. Having your kid listen in school is supposed to be hard. Like, whoosh. And so actually what's popping in my head right now is the poem by Robert Frost, The Road Less Traveled.
Okay.
And we had to study it in school. And it talks about two roads diverging in a yellow wood. And I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference.
Yeah.
And we come to our life and we always have these choice points in the creation of our life.
Yep.
And what would happen if we took the one less traveled by? What would happen if we actually created a path that no one has ever been on before, but it's a path that lights me up? And what if that path actually is what's required to create more for everybody? So
you've got to do it.
Yeah, so you're doing that, and you've got this, and it hasn't even been a year yet, right? Like, when did the veranda open?
March, and it's now October. So Lewis was 3 months, so like 7 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, 7-8 months. And fantastic. I love it. Lewis, your little guy, and the veranda are growing at the same age, kind of.
Right. I birthed a baby and a business all in the same year.
That's
which
awesome.
is kind of cool.
So tell us about what the veranda is. Like, I know you're sitting in this beautiful space. So yes, you've left this career. You're now in this other career and you're creating a family. What is the veranda for you?
So basically the veranda is a creative play space for everyone to come in, shine, be who they are, be seen, be nourished. And you can leave all your judgments at the door and your story at the door, and come in and just be you. Whatever that looks like for you. We have our front veranda space where we hold classes and workshops and different events. And then we also have got our larger veranda event space where we actually hold trade shows and markets. So we've got space for over 30 vendors throughout the entire space. So that's kind of cool. So you can shine and show up in that way as well. And we're also in the process of creating our veranda collective space, which is going to be treatment rooms. So we've got 6 or 7. We're still working on the drawings and stuff. 6 or 7 treatment rooms that are going to be popping up. So we'll have space for full-time practitioners. And then we're also going to have a few rooms available to the floaters and the ones that just want to come and pop in on their way through town, people like you, Christine, so that we've got space for everyone that kind of fits everyone as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I really appreciate the, all the possibilities that your space provides.
Yeah.
And in many ways, I think about in the financial world, I'll talk about having a diversified portfolio.
Yeah.
It's a really good business strategy to have all of, don't put all your eggs in one basket, have a diversified portfolio.
Yeah.
And we can do that so easily with money, but we don't often do that with our business or our creations or our lives. Like, whether someone is in business or whether someone is, like working a 9-to-5 job and raising a family and all of that other stuff, we often get ourselves in these lines of what we choose, and that's what we do, and so that's what we've done, and that's what we do, and that's what we've done, and we don't think about what we could add to our life to diversify our portfolio. And when I look at what you're choosing and what you're offering people at the veranda, it really is this diversified portfolio. If you want to tap into your awesomeness and gain some strengths and skills and capacities individually, you can do that with our practitioners that we have available. If you are really interested in meeting some cool people and connecting in community, you can do that with our group session spaces and our group classes. If you want to pop in and pop out and see what goes on, you can just come to our, bigger events throughout the year and our workshops and our galas. And there's such a wide range of possibilities for people for all of the ways that they're diversifying their portfolio, because we all are trying to figure it out along the way. And so I really love that open concept idea that the veranda is, but also the open concept that you're inviting people to be for themselves.
Yeah, it's all about coming and really just being able to nourish you, and your guests and your clients, your followers. And it's such a nurturing place too. It's really cool in here.
And it's pretty yummy. And fun. I've been in the space. I've kind of seen it all in different ways. I've been able to participate in the larger trade show expo events, and it's a beautiful energy, and it really can shift people's points of view about what wellness can look like and what wellness can be, and that what if it's actually easy
and fun.
And really fun. Absolutely. So what would you if you had anything you'd like to offer people that has helped you along the journey of going from here to here and choosing you in different ways, what has been something that has something that you've chosen or become aware of as you've been in this creative mode?
If it pings, just do it. Or write it down. It might not be the right time, but don't just dismiss it. Keep it there and I know we say it's not all about timing, but sometimes I feel it is. So just because something comes, at one point, like I said, I envisioned this space 2 years ago, and it took 2 years, but it was everything that I did in between as well, working on myself, working with others, still led to creating of the space. So just because it's not happening now, don't think that it's not still happening or being created. So, and choose it too. Choose it. If you're not choosing it, then it's not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's this interesting thing about, and I know we talk because we're both familiar with the Access Consciousness tools, and one of the things in there that often pops for me is there's this, we've heard it in all types of realms, not just even Access Consciousness, but ask and you shall receive.
Totally.
And the piece in there that often is missed, you'll find ask and receive in scripture, you'll find it in a Hallmark greeting card, you'll find it all over the place. The piece that is missing in there, but that Access Consciousness includes, is ask of the universe and demand of yourself. And receive. So what I've seen you doing, Amy, is really being the ask. Okay, I like that. That would be really fun. I like that. That feels good. That feels great. But you're not sitting on your couch waiting for it to show up in a lottery box or in a gold bucket at your doorstep. You're asking of the universe, and you're demanding of yourself, like, okay, this is totally out of my comfort zone, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to choose it. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to tell people about it. And sure, okay, I'm going to create a website, and I'm going to tell people about this, and I'm going to invite people to that, and ask, demand, receive. And it's not a demanding of others, but it's a demanding of yourself to step up into the future that you desire to create, which is what you're choosing and what you're being. So then it shows up in ways that we never imagined possible.
Yeah.
And I'm sure things are showing up for you in ways that you never imagined possible also.
Yep. It's been really cool. Even just like receiving emails from people that I watch, or I'm thinking, oh, I'd really like them to create in the space, or this would be fun. And waking up and checking my email halfway through the day and being like, oh, wow, I asked for that and it's showing up.
Very cool.
Yeah. So definitely the ask, the demand. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, Sunshine. Is there anything else you want to share before we finish today?
Oh, I don't know.
I know. We could just talk forever. It could go
Yeah.
on and on. I know. And I'm sure we're going to be back, and I'm sure we're going to have more conversations together. So if people want to check out the veranda and they want to come see the space, there's some cool things that are happening. Where can they go to find more info?
Yeah, so the veranda is on Facebook. The veranda YXE is our Facebook page. We're also on Instagram, the veranda.yxe. And then we've also got a website, which is theverandaYXE.com. And then there's all our contact information. So if you send a message or you're commenting on anything, I'm the face behind the veranda, all the social media. So it's me you'll be talking to, so that's fun. And if you want to pop in and see the space, just send us a message or give me a call. My information is out there as well.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I'm really excited. I can't wait for my body to be back in the space, and I can't wait for more creations with you and to see all the great, amazing things that you're choosing and creating and who wants to play with you, because there's so many possibilities that are available. Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So everyone out there, thank you so much, and stay in touch, stay connected, be alive and shine, you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.